Hi, I am Kayla Stokes, and I go to Parkville South, and I am a sophomore in Mr. Singletary's Avid class. So today I will be talking about Avid and confessing, I guess, was the point of this interview for our final, end of the year final that Mr. Singletary gave us. So let's get started. So the first thing Mr. Singletary wanted us to talk about is Avid class in general. So with Avid class in general, I looked forward to it, I guess you could say, doing the different things that we had to do sometimes at the end of the class, like with tutorials. That was kind of frustrating for me sometimes, but all in all, that first half of class I was always so excited for because I loved the different projects Mr. Singletary had for us. I feel like I definitely got something from this program. Freshman year, I would have been so lost, and if I hadn't have been an Avid, I don't know where I'd be or who I would be today. So I'm really proud of me being an Avid. The Avid tutors is next on the list. Okay, so this is really exciting for me. I love people, so I love talking about people. So with the Avid tutors, my favorite Avid tutor was definitely Alexandria, and she came in like the middle of this, like I don't think she was here at the first part of the year, so second semester I think she might have come. She was exceptional. I loved her, and all of my friends loved her. Like, we all loved her. Like, she was so sweet. She had such good advice because she was in college herself. She was going to Park, and we had like the college visits to Park, which I'll talk about later, and she just really did awesome with us. I just thought she was great, so I mean, props to her. And then I also really liked Richard. I called him Richard, but I don't think he likes that, so I went back to calling him Rick. He said only his mother called him Richard. So he was really cool too. Avid elective teacher. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my gosh. My life is forever changed because of Mr. Singletary. Mr. Singletary has left his mark on my life, and although he won't be teaching Avid next year, and although I won't be an Avid myself next year, I will definitely remember him as a very strong, like as a person in my life who has made my high school, these first 2 years, what they are. I knew that I could come to him for about anything. I respect him more than any of the teachers in the building. I mean, I feel like respect for teachers should be like up here because they're our educators. However, because Mr. Singletary is who he is, and he has shared things with his life with us, and he just really opened himself up to us and just really gave us someone to depend on. I mean, he's not just here. He's all the way, like, up there. I'm looking out the window right now in my room, and he's just all the way up there. So, awesome. I looked forward to the class. I looked forward to talking with him. I knew that I could come to him for anything. I remember having difficulties first semester of sophomore year and second semester of sophomore year, and exceptional. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better teacher, honestly. Avid tutorials. This is a confessional, so I'm gonna confess my hatred for tutorials. All in all, it was awesome. Like, it was a great thing. It was a great little baby. It was a great baby, and I know tutorial is one of the biggest part of Avid. So, I mean, I guess it's a child, not even a baby. It's a child. It's basically full grown. Anyways, you don't always like everything. And for me, there were a couple of times I did actually benefit from the tutorials, and I actually like got the help I needed, but not all the time. I have to admit, sometimes my tutorials were what Mr. Singletary would call absolute BS. Like, I'm so sorry that I screwed up on those tutorials, but it happened, and I apologize 100%. I do not like tutorial. No. So I think that's enough negativity for this interview, but it was, like I said before, it definitely did help. I know it helped some people more than others, but I thought that whenever there were different levels in the tutorials, it kind of made things more difficult. So for instance, if someone was in a higher level math class, such as Algebra 2, everyone knows Algebra 2 is nothing like Algebra 1B. So if someone is up here and they're doing Algebra 2 and everybody else in the group is Algebra 1A, 1B, whatever, we're not going to know what they're doing. And it's up to this the tutors to help them. And sometimes with Algebra 2, I mean, sometimes they don't even know what they're doing. So that was very difficult for me to see, and oftentimes I got bored and I wanted to sleep, and I know towards the end of the year I just kind of stopped taking notes, and I felt really bad. So Mr. Singletary, if you're watching this, I am so sorry for not taking notes. Okay, next thing, what skills you learned in Avid? Oh my goodness, so without Avid, I would not be as organized as I am now. My planner, whew, I have it here right for you because I knew we would be talking about this today. This is my calendar for May. I'm on a roll. I'm excited. But, I mean, I'm so organized. Things are color-coded. Things are highlighted and underlined and circled. And, oh, that brings me to my next point. My notes are amazing. I love Cornell notes. I will never, ever, ever stop doing Cornell notes. They're so organized. I can find what I'm, like, looking for. I always, like, underline my vocab, so that's easy for me to look. I love it. Putting like what class it is, your name, the date, that helps so much, and those are skills I would not have known if I was not in Avid. So coming into my biology class, my biology teacher this semester, Mrs. Jones, she's the first teacher I've ever had who wanted everyone to take Cornell notes. And so when all the other kids are like, oh man, this sucks, I want to do the notes the way I want to do my notes. And I was like, I got my notes right here, boy. So that was really cool, and I didn't mind doing it, and she loved my notes. My notes were bomb. My notes are amazing. So that was pretty cool. Next thing, college field trip. So, UCM. I could not have picked a better college to visit. I thought it was a great campus. I thought I had a ton of fun. The bus ride was cool. Everything was really planned out. And then seeing seeing the love of my life, Austin Miller, at his beloved college was amazing. So, thank you, Mr. Singletary, for that college visit at your alma mater. I hope I said that correctly because I thought it was great. So, thank you. College exploration. Okay, this one is a huge one. People think I'm crazy whenever I'm talking about college as a sophomore. They're like, what? Like, what? Like, you, have so many years. Like, you really don't. High school goes by so fast. And the fact that I'm thinking about college now is super cool. And I just feel like I'll be a lot more prepared rather than other kids. So, I'm excited for what the future brings. I mean, I've always been excited for, college, but I feel like I'm more excited than other kids because I see, what college has to offer. From what I got from Avid this year, by having a sister who graduated from UMKC, and now she's working on her master's. So she has her undergrad and all of those things, and now she's working on her master's. Like, I've seen how college is so much different than high school, and Avid has shown me that as well. And I in my heart, I feel like I'll do so much better in college. I know my sister did. We're not the exact same, but I feel that I will do better in college, and that's basically what Avid has shown me, as well as other things in life. Social justice project and panel. So I'm only just going to talk about the project rather than the panel. In the panel, I actually, unfortunately, was not able to attend that. I had Stuco that day, and I could not get out of something, my committee, but I heard it was exceptional. I wish I were there. It would have been awesome to hear, like, teachers talk about their different, doodly-doos in life, what did I just say? Doodly-doos in life, and what they've experienced. So it helps you build that, like, teacher-student connection. So I thought that was pretty cool and very well planned. Like, I applaud Mr. Singletary for thinking of something that quickly. Like, he's really good at doing stuff like that. So that was really cool. And then also, the project was pretty cool. I learned a lot more from my classmates. You know, it's interesting to see people's beliefs, and as a citizen of this melting pot we have in this country, you have to respect others' beliefs and what they believe, and you don't have to like it. And that was the best part of the project, was you learn to respect other people. So I really enjoyed that. Just hearing from my classmates and seeing what they, liked. So great. It was awesome. Resume building. Okay. When we started this, I'm gonna be honest, I hated it. I was like, I don't want to do this. We're in high school. We don't need a resume for any of the jobs we're applying for, which is partly true, but one day we're going to need this. So I won't be an Avid next year, but I'm still going to keep the booklet from the resume thing, because there's so many, like, good things in there. Like, my mom was searching for a new job, and even she, like, looked through the booklet, like, at the words, because those, like, it's very important to use, like, certain words, action words, Mr. Singletary said, so it's really important to use those. And I mean, I have a resume. Like, how many high school kids can say that? How many high school kids can say that they use Naviance on the regular like I do? Like, I personally think that that's really cool, and, like, it's already prepared me for the things that other kids weren't prepared for. When I was applying for fans, kids were freaking out, like, resume? Like, what? How am I supposed to make a resume? How do I make a resume? Like, I'm gonna have to ask my parents, like, I don't know how to make a resume. And I was just sitting there like, resume? Oh, all I have to do is get on Naviance. So, like, I was shown an Avid, and there was my resume. So that was super cool. Just I always feel like, in some ways, I feel ahead of my classmates sometimes. So that was a super cool thing that I would not get rid of. I would never change. Like I said before, did not like it at first. In the end, loved it. I thought it was exceptional to teach sophomores how to build a resume. So that was really cool. Legacy project. This is really cool because I learned a lot about my dad and his outlooks on life, and it was super cool, like, doing it with him, because he's such an amazing person. And I actually got turned down by some other people, and, like, just, time frames, people couldn't make it to my house to do it, so I ended up just doing my dad, and I would not have changed it for anything else. Like, I wouldn't have had it any other way. It was really cool interviewing him, and it was really cool seeing, like, other people's legacy projects, like seeing people interview their grandparents and their parents and uncles and tutors. We all pick different people that we, like, look up to, and it was cool to see, like, the different endeavors people have crossed in their life and, you know, gone through in their life. So, love the legacy project. Biggest accomplishment and regret in class. Biggest accomplishment was probably the legacy project. I am not good at making videos. Like, I'm so sorry if there is any hatred towards this video, but I'm sure there is. I try so hard. I'm just not good with technology, but I was really proud of myself with that legacy project because I did all of it. Like, I had to edit out parts and stuff like that. I did all of it on my computer, and I was so proud of myself. I was like, good job, girl. Like, yes. So yeah, that was definitely a huge accomplishment for me, and that might seem like so little to some people, but I loved it. Biggest regret in the class this year was not getting to know everyone. I knew mostly the people in my class, but one thing I would recommend for Mr. Singletary to tell the other Avid teachers for the coming years is to move the kids around in the classroom. And I feel like I could have reached out to the other people in my class, but then, my friends would have been like, why isn't Kayla sitting by us? Like, why isn't, that's the issue you come up with, you come up on in high school, is the little tiny, don't want to say cliques, but I mean cliques. And I noticed, towards the end of the semester, I was only sitting with one group of people, and I wish that I would have, branched out to my fellow individuals in the class who I did not really know that well. I knew everyone, name and basic information, but, I want to know, what is your dog's name? What's your social security number? I'm just kidding. That's really crazy. So I'm going to move on. And etc. Whatever I need to add. Basically, I know Mr. Singletary will be viewing this really long video, but I had a lot to say. I just wanted to say thank you for giving me the best 2 years I could ever imagine in this class. Freshman year, I did not want this. I did not want to do this. My parents signed me up for it. I did not want to be an Avid. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who was in it. I hadn't heard of it. I was scared. I didn't know why they picked me. I was like, and then I thought it was for really stupid kids. So I was like, oh god, everyone in school is gonna think I'm terrible and dumb. It was nothing like that. It was so awesome being able to experience so many different people and learn so many different things. And if I had it my way, if the world for once went my way, I would be an Avid my junior and senior year. But unfortunately, things do not go Kayla Stokes' way. So I just wanted to say thank you, Mr. Singletary, for just teaching me all of these different things and being such a joy in everyone's day, each and every single day. I mean, you were so different than all the other teachers at this school, and I really hope that you become a principal of some school. I hope you become president because of this country, because I mean you could, honestly, little first lady, your wife could be the first lady, and then your little kids can be the first children. Is that a thing? I don't know, but I mean, that's basically all I have to say. I mean, I had a great year this year, and I learned so much, and I don't think I could say thank you enough. So, this is the end of my video, and once again, thank you for having me, and Kayla Stokes is signing out. Bye!